Geek Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another very exciting comeback reaction, and it is our first reaction to Park Ji-hoon on this channel.
Yeah, so today Park Ji-hoon, he also doesn't have any spaces in his name, and it's all caps when it's in English.
I know!
But he's back today with a new song called Gallery, and like Peyton said, surprisingly, this is our first time reacting to him on this channel. But for this one, obviously we have watched the teasers in advance, so let's just go! Oh, for a second I was like, is my volume okay? Because there's no sound coming out.
Yeah. He looks so, like...
It's the hair.
Yeah. And the backlighting that kind of makes him look like... Purple Anna.
Wow. Huh?
That was cool.
That's the line that was in all the teasers.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is he wearing one of those shell necklaces? When he's in the sweater.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That just makes me think of when my brother was in high school.
What's gonna happen?
Oh, he's in it. Oh? I really like this set. Oh, I think it's my favorite one.
The keyhole.
Yeah.
I think it might be my favorite one too.
Oh, it keeps switching colors. Oh.
Oh! Oh, I like the effect with his dancer.
Oh. It's like slightly off beat.
What's with the beard?
In my mind with the song, I just keep picturing like a bassist doing like a groove and like shifting from one foot to the other while they're playing.
Is he on like a... Alright, starting with the dance. Honestly, I think you can probably tell from the music video, and then I also just watched his showcase stage. There's nothing like super overly complicated about it, but I honestly wasn't expecting it because compared to like Gotcha, it is a bit of a lighter song. Like the concept is a bit brighter, it's a bit more free-spirited, and also as a soloist, because he's dancing and singing the whole time, the amount of choreography that you can do kind of gets reduced so that you can actually perform the whole song by yourself. But there were a lot of little elements in it that elevate the dance, like especially some more musical moments, like musicality moments. So I'll talk about some of those like smaller elements that really sort of like elevate it up a little bit, because we all know that Park Ji-hoon is a good dancer. So one thing that I thought was really interesting, because during the reaction, Anna, you said you were like imagining like a bassist shifting like from foot to foot, like sort of like grooving to the beat. And I thought that was really interesting because when I was going back to actually focus on the dance and not on his like sweet face, I noticed that a lot of the dance, actually, there's a lot of weight shifting back and forth. It's not just that like, oh, he's moving back and forth, like it's actually shifting where your weight is. And it sort of gives that feeling because it's emphasizing the bass as he's doing it. And I thought that was really interesting. Something else that I really enjoyed was in the music video, like in the reaction, I said, oh, I like how he's controlling the keyhole during the dance break section. Because in the actual dance, when he's doing it on stage, he's controlling the dancers at that time. And it's like a similar effect where as he's controlling the dancers, they're standing up, sitting down. So it's sort of like enlarging, shrinking, like he's doing with the keyhole. But I really like little interplay things like that, where what's happening in the music video is reflected in the choreography. One of my absolute favorite parts of the dance, and you could kind of see this in the performance teaser actually, is the very beginning. It's sort of a play on his iconic Aikyo, like the Save Me in Your Heart, because the hand movements start out and he's going like this, and I was like, that's really cute, especially since locks are like the whole motif of the music video. He's never gonna grow out of that. And on a similar train of thought, I think the contrast between the way he looks and like the choreography that he's given is really interesting, because like we pointed out, he looks very sweet in this. Like he's got sort of like the wavy hair, they've got him backlit. It was kind of giving me like angel vibes, like especially when he's going up the stairs in the sky. I was like, oh, he's like so sweet. In contrast to his sweet face, his dancing is more like smooth, mature. There's a lot of body rolling, and he just has a more mature style to his dancing because he, again, is a very talented dancer. But at the same time, there'll be little moments of Aikyo thrown in where like he'll do hearts, or at one point he literally does like rabbit ears. I was very much just like, Anyway, Anna's turn.
Hello, so it's my turn for comments, and I guess I'll just jump right in. The song is like more on the repetitive side, but it's one of those sort of groovy songs in my opinion, so it makes sense for it to be quite repetitive. But like obviously there are sections that switch it up and are a little different, like the pre-choruses and the bridge. Those are the sections where it goes sort of like muted, like the main theme that you've been focusing on the whole time is missing from those sections. That main theme is like the sort of guitar bass line that I talked about. Along with the perk, it's repeated throughout the entire thing, minus pre-choruses and bridge. But that line, so it's multiple lines working together. One of them is definitely a guitar line. The other one, it's like in that weird range where based on the pitch, it could be either a guitar or a bass. I want to go with bass because like the groove and rhythms of this makes it feel like it should be a bass. So let's just go with that. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the song is just all about this kind of groove. You also hear that, not exactly the same sort of groove, but like more rhythmic feeling in the sections where that theme isn't present. Specifically talking about the bridge, I think I kind of said in the reaction like, oh, it's slightly offbeat. The chord changes in the bridge, it changes every 2 beats, so you hear a new chord on 1 and 3, but the thing is, it's not like exactly on 1 and 3. By the way, this is counting the song in 4/4 times, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 3, it's like slightly before the 3 comes in. I think like a 16th note before the 3 comes in. Once again, that's like keeping up the more rhythmic style since it's not exactly like straight on the 1, 2, 3, 4. There are also clap sounds in the bridge that you hear on 2 and 4. So basically it's just the 3 that's slightly off. Since all the other notes are exactly on beat, it emphasizes the slightly off rhythm even more. Going in order, the final chorus, it's just continuing with that same theme. One thing they specifically do in the final chorus is they add those like background sounds, like the spoken thing, and then also there's a sort of like brass type synth that's used more that I didn't really hear in the previous choruses. That really just brings it up, like the energy tension up even more for the final chorus of the song. But the thing is, like, it's very subtle, it's not done like too much. Although the song is like a more upbeat song, it's not like one of those huge party songs, so it would feel weird to like do too much to build it up even more. And if you look at the meaning of the lyrics too, it's like meant for one person. It's like the song is directed for one special person. And it's not meant as like a huge party of all these people coming together. So like the final chorus, only like subtle changes makes the most sense. That being said, I actually prefer Park Ji-hoon on songs like this style more than you reference Gotcha. I think this is more suitable, especially as he continues like acting. Oh, but another thing is like there's a lot of synth sounds in this song. It's more like EDM focused, but one of my favorite synth sounds is highlighted more in the chorus. At the end of each like phrase in the chorus, you'll hear like the da 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 sort of falling thing, and that was my favorite. Alright, now I'm done.
Okay, so TLDR is Park Ji-hoon just had a comeback with Gallery. He looks so sweet, so cute, but also the song is kind of like vibey, it's groovy, and I think it's obvious from our comments that both of us preferred this sort of style on Park Ji-hoon. It just matches him very, very well.
But as always, if you would like to talk with us more about this song, about Park Ji-hoon, about apparently gallery museums, that's what this is about, then feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. And if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!